Hello, this is not going to be a tutorial, but I really wanted to show you guys how I did my PNGtuber configuration. I used Veadotube. Even though it's all in English, it is Brazilian. So yay! Brazil, let's go! I tried using PNGtuber Plus, I tried PNGtuber Remix, and I think Veadotube is the best one and the easiest one to learn. The other ones, I couldn't really figure it out. Even though it's not released yet, this is a 0.5 version. I was able to do everything that I wanted, and I could have done even more if I had more time. It is very easy to understand and it is very complete. You just need to not be afraid of the nodes. It's a little bit overwhelming at the start. You can only get access to this version if you pay for their Kickstarter, if I'm not mistaken. If you are Brazilian, you can go on Apoia-se, which is a Brazilian platform that is the same as Kickstarter. If you are not Brazilian, there is a different one. I'm going to leave it on the description so you guys can follow them and get this version if you want. It's very affordable. What I really like is how easy it is and how straightforward every single configuration is, because PNGs are very different from live 2D ones, because I'm used to rigging live 2D ones. I'm used to that type of logic. PNG have a complete different logic, and from all the apps that are out there, the only one that I was able to actually get and understand was the logic inside Veadotube. So that's why I really recommend this one, and that's why I want to show you guys, because I'm really proud of what I did here, and I really like this app. If you are thinking about getting a PNGtuber, maybe this one is the one that you want to go for. As you can see, I have a ton of nodes here. Like I said, this is not a tutorial. This is just something like I'm just excited about my PNG and I want to show you guys how it is. What I did, I imported everything here, and then I had to place everything here, and from here they were too big to fit in the square. You have to make sure it fits in this square. I changed the size of everything all at once first because it's easier this way, so everything matches. Some things don't work that well because this is a 0.5. This is the latest version. I first started with a version from October, if I'm not mistaken, and this is from late November. Some things are way better already on this version. It has some, I can't say bugs, but there are nodes that just don't work. So you have to have a workaround, and that's also a reason that I wanted to show you guys, because it took me so long to figure out the workaround for some stuff, and I had to go to their Discord server and ask, and they already had a question in regards to that, and at first I didn't really understand the solution, but then I fucked around and I found out and it was okay. This is the part where you edit stuff, and this is the preview. This is how it's going to look. At the end, I want to show you guys everything that I actually did for this PNGtuber. I wanted her to blink naturally in a random way, and I wanted her open mouth whenever my microphone would capture any sound. Every time that you either create a state or upload an image here, it's going to create a specific node here. Those are the ones that I have not used. Those here are the ones that I didn't need to use. So there's going to be some leftovers. It's okay. It's okay. It's not like building furniture. It's okay to leave leftovers here. How can I speak and move my mouse? In this case, I had microphone. You go in input and you have the microphone one. Also, you need an activity slider. So you go in compare and convert and find the activity slider. This is one thing that changed a lot from their official tutorial, and nowadays how the app works, it's a different name. It's in a different place. So you just go for activity sliders. Here I can configure like the sensibility of my microphone. On the object input, I have the display name speak. Oops, this one was not supposed to be here. This one also. Those are not useful right now. So I have this branch on Boolean here, branch on Boolean. So here I have the value of my microphone on string. I have value strings as silent and speak. One is on false, the other one is on true. You see here that I have the talk state. So I had to make all the states that I wanted for this PNGtuber. So the talk state is here. When I go in speak, those are the ones that are going to be shown. When I go on silent, those are the ones that are going to not be shown. It's very easy to set up. That way I was able to make it so every time that I speak, she's going to speak. Also, not only speak, she's going to move a little bit, right? So you can see that I'm moving a little bit. So I have this Boolean. So it's a little bit delayed She doesn't move in a robotic way. It's not automatic. It has a little bit of a delay. So it has fuel and empty, and the duration is 0.2. So you have the shaker here. Mine is point and amount 2, velocity is 5. The shaker is here. We have the multiply. It multiplies with 0.2, which is the Boolean delayer. It goes directly to her body because as my layers go, her head and body is in the same layer. So that's where it goes to. For instance, my hands are connected here. I have an attached dynamics where I connected my hands to my body. This is the body. I'm sorry for the Brazilian Portuguese. It's a mess. Some stuff is in Portuguese, some stuff is in English. Eyes are also attached to the body. Most things are attached to the body, except for very few things. For instance, the iris is attached to the sclera. Instead, if you can see here, here's a hierarchy between the sclera and the iris. So I could clip the iris in the sclera. I could group mask mode and choose clip. So this way I can make sure the iris is not going to go further from the sclera because I wanted her eyes to move with my cursor, if you can see here. And she blinks, right? And for the blink is another state. I configured the states like this. Some are visible, some are not visible, depending on when I'm blinking or not. I have the generator blinker here. With the generator blinker, I have a branch on Boolean again. And one value is the open eye, the other value is the blink eye. And it just goes for blink state. It's very easy. On the blinker, you can set up the time she blinks, like for how much time she's going to stay with her eyes closed. And how much time that she can blink. From 1 second to 5 seconds she can blink, or she always blinks every single second. You can choose this on the blinker. For instance, she can blink for 0.15 seconds up to 0.18 seconds. It's going to be random. And she might blink every 0.5 seconds up until every 5 seconds. And yeah, you just put one on true, the other one on false. If it doesn't work, you swap those two because sometimes you mess up. And that's it. That way she can blink, and that way she can speak and move when she speaks. But she also needs to breathe. You see that she moves when she's breathing? If I want to move when I'm silent, as if I'm breathing, I had to have a waver, generator and wave. You see how the waver is not waving? That's one issue that I found out. So, to make this waver wave, I had to go with a workaround because it's not working. So I had to change it from number to point. And it became a point instead of a number. The issue with being a point is that it's not really on Y value, on the Y movement. So what I did was I chose X value. So if you choose X value here, it's going to bring another node. This node is going to make it so it's in X, not Y, I'm sorry. It's in X. X is going to move instead of Y. This is my configuration. This one, then I could attach to a construct. Doesn't need to have values because the value is already here. The construct is in point. You go with point and construct. So there is a construct, and then there is an add, because that way I can add two different configurations to the same part, because I have her body here and I don't have two, I have only one. I had to add an add one, which is in math and add. So I could add those two to her body. That way I could have those two completely different configurations to her body. Another thing that comes from her speech is the shine on her heart gem. If you notice, it shines sometimes. It kind of turns on and off. I had to make a glow state and lights on and lights off. And I wanted it to be not exactly random, but a little bit closer to whenever she's speaking or not, to make that work. I had to get the input from the microphone again. I have a Boolean delayer again with full and empty. And I have a branch on Boolean with the lights off and lights on. And then the glow state. It's going to be a little bit delayed in regards to when she starts speaking. And it's going to stay on for a bit. And when I stop speaking, it's going to wait a little bit and then it's going to turn off. That way I can make something move that is not exactly attached to the speech, but sort of, a little bit delayed. Like I said, another thing that I have is the cursor with the iris. Like, her eyes move whenever I move my cursor. I had to configure it until I was happy with, because if she moves too much to the sides, it's weird. If she moves too much up and down, it's also weird. If you see here on iris, you have to add the move dynamic dynamic, so this node appears. So on the move dynamic, I have the multipliers on X to 4 and on Y to 1. So she doesn't really move that much here, but she moves more like this. Here you can get input from cursor. The input comes from the cursor. So I chose the entire desktop. I'm going to be using a laptop, so it doesn't matter to me. And the last thing that I did, this one was not really planned. That's why I had to cut the model myself, which is a little bit of physics whenever she speaks. As you can see, her hoge moves, her little wings on her hair also moves, and her little top hoge also moves a little bit. So those 3 bits move a little bit. For that to happen, not only I had to separate them and fill everything, and that's why I have so many layers now, I also had to make states for it. I have a wing state, I have a leg state. Oh, that's right. I also have a wing state because since I had eyes open and eyes closed, I thought that could be pink, so I made a wing state. I also made a leg state because I wanted to make my legs disappear depending on my background, because I'll have a kotatsu here, and if my legs are there, they might veer from the kotatsu a little bit. They might end up peeking, and I didn't want that, so I had to have a state to make my legs disappear. Created those 3 states. Please ignore this one. This one is a state that I fucked up, and I don't know how to delete states here. So I have the wing state and the leg state. The leg state should be a toggle, and the wing state should be something that I press and I keep winking, and when I release the key, I'm not blinking anymore, right? Both of them are from the keyboard. Both of them I use input keyboard, and then you can choose a key here. This page is going to appear, so you can choose any key that you want, like choose this key. Okay, so this is the key that I want to use. Can you see that I only have 1 value this time? Because I thought I didn't need 2 values, because her default state is her default state. So I only made 1 value for each, off and wing, and on this one, off and no legs. For the no legs one, I have a Boolean state. On true, I toggle, and on false, nothing happens. And I use a Boolean state event this time instead of a branch on Boolean. This is a Boolean state event. So I go on state and Boolean state events. And I also use a state storage. Why? I don't remember. But I did. And I attach it to the leg state. So whenever I press the key, her legs disappear. And if I press it again, her legs are back. It works. It took me so much time to figure this out, but I did. I'm so happy I did. And for the wink, like I said, wink was different because I wanted it to be a key that I should keep pressing while I was winking. I have just 1 value and a Boolean state event and a Boolean storage. For the Boolean state event, I have push on true and pop on false. So whenever I stopped pressing the key, it would go for pop. So it would automatically go back to off. So I have a state storage here again and a wink state. That means whenever I click, she's winking. I'm pressing still. And whenever I release, she's not winking anymore. She's winking, she's not winking anymore. Wink, wink. So I can wink as fast as I can, as fast as the software allows me, right? Okay, now the physics. The physics are not here on nodes. The physics are on the layers. Quote unquote, I had to put 2 pins on each layer. You add pins, and as you can see here, I added 1 pin at the base and 1 pin at the tip. Of course, I had a touch dynamics to the body, and I also have a squash and stretch dynamics to those 2, with a pivot on first pin and a tip on the second pin. In regards to smoothing, elasticity, rotation limit, scale sides, everything you have to just fuck around and find out. You have to go with trial and error until you are happy with that. As you can see, they all move differently. I'm going to show you all my configurations for each one. You can see that they all move in a different way. The one that is more bouncy is the heart hug. This one is the bounciest one. This one I have it here and then here. I have this one with a lot of physics because I really wanted it to move a lot. The little wings, those are the back wings. Again, 2 pins. For the other wing, so this one I have the squash and stretch, and I think it moves a little bit more than the other one just because it's on the front, right? I think it works. And that's all I did for my PNGtuber. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys like it. Thank you so much, Flor. Flor was the artist. She was amazing. I was so happy. And yeah, that was it. Bye-bye. I love that whenever I'm speaking too much, this is going crazy. Can you see? Like, Pa, 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 pa,